Todd Almighty here. Hey, now knowing that I'm on the long wait for heart transplant and not an expedited wait, I decided to get myself an e-bike because I didn't bring one with me, and I wanted something that I could get some exercise with and also something I could recover with. So welcome to the unboxing. Alright, there's the remnants of the uncrating. Basically, it's a lot of foam and cardboard. I went at the go in with scissors and a knife and hack all the zip ties off. There's like 4 or 5 of them to get off, and really then it comes out in one great big heavy piece. Yeah, I'm building a bike in the living room of the house I'm renting. I'm that kind of tenant, I guess. But let's see what we got here. So after the unbox, we have the front wheel came right off. Everything's intact. Everything is pre-built and pretty much assembled. We got to put the bars on. That's about it. Put a fender on that came with it. Got some flats. That's a no-brainer. Charger, skewer for the front wheel, the auxiliary light that it came with, and they even give you, tools, parts, etc. It even looks like they even give you a few extra spokes. Wow. In their little kit. This does not require any grand skills to build this sucker out. You need to be able to basically turn a bolt. Pretty straightforward, so I'm just going to do that real quick. The process I'm going to go is I'm just going to finish removing what zip ties are left on it. Put the front wheel on. It has a kickstand. That'll make it a little easier to put the bars on. So I won't bore you with the actual put on unless I see anything exciting happens. Hey, looking at the little toolkit, they give you actually pretty decent, you think about it, one of these little, granted it's not like a park or anything, but it resembles one. The little 3-way comes with a snazzy bell. That helps. We have had a lot of people sneak up behind us on e-bikes even, and they're quiet, and we don't hear them, and we're on a trail, and you just don't hear them, so get a bell. Alright, pretty straightforward. Pull the end caps off, they're the protectors for the wheel. I always like to look at that. I always like to look at the front disc, always to make sure that it didn't get damaged whenever you ship. I have bent one of those before, shipping bikes out to like Moab or somewhere. Some were kind of cool. I've had a lot of great trips over the years. Can't wait to get the old heart fixed so I can get back out there and do some real riding again. I'm sure I'll have some limitations, primarily for injury. But that's not going to preclude me from being on the rails to trails here, nor from getting out on a gravel bike eventually. When e-bikes first started showing up, there was a lot of prejudice against them, and the way I kind of looked at it when I started reading about, people that were coming back from injuries, and I shattered my kneecap teaching an advanced ski class. Some students went in a bad area and I had to chase after them. They were all college kids, really great skiers too. We were skiing still black most of the day, and I watched them get out and was watching them and not watching my turn and clipped a tree. So I had to rebuild that knee. And tell you what, having an e-bike for the recovery part of my recovery was pretty amazing. I could get out, I didn't have to worry about straining my knee, and it kept me riding. And so I'm hoping that this does the same thing. So we'll see about this, throwing this bad boy on. Get the bars out of the way. Alright, so overall on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say that was like a 2 to set it up. I mean, Let me give you a quick tour of the bike and just what features it's got, and then what actually I had to put together. All right, this is the 2022, I believe, 2021 actual, RipCurrent-S from Juiced Bikes. I bought it really, the riser bar was attractive to me because I need to be in a very upright position because I've lost a lot of muscle over the years due to medical conditions. But it's got a nice small little screen. Somebody said the screen was smaller than others. I mean, once you get it set into your gear, I find with e-bikes, I'm really not, I shift up, I shift down, that's about it. Hydraulic brakes, that was a big selling feature, but it did come with a bell too, you know. The fork, a decent fork, air fork, has settings for lockout if you so wish. You're probably not gonna, I'm not gonna need suspension much here just because it's pretty much all paved trail. It does come with a light, a front light and a rear reflector that's not battery lit. As I mentioned, the disc brakes are fantastic to have. 4-inch tires. I believe they are Kendas, but don't quote me on that. The battery is a monster, 52 volts, 19.2 amp hours. That's a lot. Pedals, I didn't really look at the componentry much. It's probably some, oh, it's a Shimano Altus componentry. You can see back here, they put a 9-speed Altus on it. Bafang, if you're not familiar with them, they're probably the leading Chinese manufacturer of e-drives for bicycles. I put a couple mid-drives on before on regular mountain bikes, so they weigh a little less, a little more mountainy. Protective chain guard a little bit there, so that's great for a cruiser. Fenders, big old fenders to cover those 4-inch wheels. I had to pump the tires up, of course. I put them at 10 pounds. You can go from 5 to 15, depending on your terrain. I figured 10 was great. The seat came with a gel seat. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. I'm a solo flight guy. And the rack is super beefy. I wonder if it's even going to fit my panniers. I'll have to give that a test check. Because that would be great if the panniers fit. But I don't do really, I'm not planning on doing touring. Heavy duty kickstand, which is great because you just don't want to lean these things. I mean, the last thing you want to do is just start, you know, and I've done this with my converted e-bike. I had to get a kickstand because I kept leaning it up against something, turned around, wind would hit, blow it over like in South Dakota in the Badlands. You know, it's like, oh great, derailleur side. Now you got to deal with a bent derailleur. I haven't taken it out for a tour yet, so we're going to do one quick ride. It's like 20 degrees out and windy, and it just keeps getting grayer. On quality of building materials, I'd say, you know, yeah, though it's an aluminum frame, every part is bulletproof, which also is where it gets a lot of its weight from. It's not the cheapest stuff, it's not the best componentry, but it's all pretty bulletproof. I actually like the grips for a town cruiser, and that's what I'm going to use this for. This is going to be for going to the grocery store or just getting a little bit of exercise. Really get the body moving. You know, the fact I can't exercise, you know, keep your heart rate under 100 for 10 months in a row. Not that easy to do, especially when you start at like 80, 85. But yeah, so this would be nice to get out and about on the town. And Denise has her e-bike here that I built out of a Bafang mid-drive.
Okay, so we are here in Rochester, Minnesota. Everybody knows that we are on a little bit of a watch.
Woo!
Woohoo! And while we are waiting to help Todd stay fit and active, we decided to get him a new fat tire bike.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He is going to take it out.
Feel like I'm nice and upright?
Woohoo! There he goes, pretty fast, down to the end of the block. I gotta put my gloves on, it is chilly. Here he comes. Rochester has all these great biking and walking trails, so I think there's well over 80 miles of trails throughout the city. So, and then there's the Douglas Trail, which goes
It's got a
13 miles.
Nice smooth pedal on the assist.
Woohoo! Back he comes. Woo, look how fast you're going.
All right, the pedal assist is pressure sensitive, so the more pressure you put, the faster you do go. So when you're on pedal assist, you will still get a bit of a workout on it, but you've got the throttle, which is something I wanted specifically right here, because that way, if you're trying to get across with traffic, especially if you have cardiac disease, and you need to get moving, this moves.
Okay.
Don't press that while you're standing still.
What was the fastest you went?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay. I thought the monitor would tell you.
We'll see.
So I have to say, it's pretty cold in Rochester. This is the longest he's been outside at this temperature. So that's a good thing. Just blew through a stop sign.
All right. Other than needing to adjust some the brakes and the handlebar a little bit,
Okay.
20 miles an hour is what they cap you out on on the motor.
Got it.
Okay, like I said, 9-speed Shimano Altus. Index.
So you'll never go faster than 20.
Well, if it's going downhill.
Oh, okay. Fair
Gravity,
enough.
baby.
But on
Gravity.
the motor. Okay.
The motor will take you up to 20.
Okay.
But typically, there's ways to bypass that. We'll get to that later.
All right.
Sweet victory!
Yay! Bravo.
Handles pretty nicely for a fat tire bike.
Okay.
I don't think I want to go on, any double blacks or take it to the gravity park.
You don't want to go to Porcupine Rim?
Up Porcupine, the 4-mile climb. Yes, actually, this would do Porcupine, no problem.
Interesting.
Yeah, Porcupine's not hard until you get to the technical at the end. But with these fatties, man, you just roll over it.
Excellent.
I can do Porcupine Rim on a 3-speed.
Okay.
Once I get to the top.
Well, congratulations
All right.
on your fatty.
And I like the color.
The color is awesome.
Sweet.
All right. Keep going.
I'm going inside. It's cold out here.
I said it was the longest you've been outside at this temperature.
Luckily, we got the sun. First, what have we learned? On the good side, price, $2,000 for the 2021, and it's $2,300 for the 2022. If you compare that against your typical Specialized high-end, last Specialized I rode was probably around 10 grand. A KLR 650 motorcycle tricked out is going to run less than that probably. So just in comparison, $2,000 for an e-bike with that much power, with the componentry, I actually thought was reasonable. The quality, good to very good. I mean, everything's solid. As I said, I keep saying bulletproof, which I believe added to some of the negatives. But hydraulic brakes, super good. They were not manual brakes. They were hydraulic. That's great. I like the smooth pedal assist. It definitely, as you added pressure, you could definitely feel it pick up. And, it never really felt that jerky movement. I didn't get any of that. Their support, I did call phone support once just to see where my shipment was, because I wasn't sure if I ordered one that was on delay or not. And I got right through in under 2 minutes, like 1.5 minutes. And a lot of people rave about their support. So it is a US company. I think they're out of California. So you can get some pretty immediate assistance. Just remember they're PST, Pacific, PCT, Pacific Coastal. Comfort and fit. It is a comfortable fit. I mean, if you're looking for something where you're sitting upright and you're not competing, that's what it's for. It's for cruising around town on a fat tire bike, multiple conditions. It was comfortable. The gel seat, I never even thought about the gel seat while on the first test ride, but I'll give it a bigger test ride later. Big old battery. 45 plus miles you can get on it, they say. If you're using in assisted mode, you will get more, obviously. And but I mean, that's a big battery with was it 19.5 amp hours. On the negative side, did I mention it's heavy? I think I mentioned that like 10 times already. It's big, 75 plus pounds. I could probably put three of my bikes together, a road, a gravel, and a mountain bike, and they still don't weigh 75 pounds total. It's not for loading up on the top roof rack in and out of your car. Yeah, it's got some weight to it. It's not a mountain bike. I mean, if you think you're getting into this, oh, I can go mountain. No, it's not a mountain bike. It is meant for what it's for, which you can go anywhere. Yes, it can handle gravel. I did say I could do Porcupine Rim in Moab on this bike. I could. Would it be the best experience? No. But I also said I could do it on a 3-speed, which I believe I could. That would be a fun challenge. I like the color as well, the red. And did I mention it's heavy? Other than that, I'd say I made a good buy. Looking forward to using it this spring. And hey, I'm probably going to be doing some more videos. I know this is going to get some questions over, what's going on. Hey, Todd, what's up with this heart thing? You said transplant. I know that a lot of people don't know that that's what I'm going through. So I've been encouraged by my wife and friends and family to probably do a little more vlogging on it because people have questions about that. And I've answered a lot of questions over some really tough topics with dealing with people like me who are chronically ill. And yeah, just to kind of keep people up to date, because people want to know, hey, what's going on? And it's really tough to call 100 people and say, hey, I just got back from a cardiologist, and let know. So I'll probably do it through kind of a vlog format. So it's like, yeah, they say you don't have to like this thing. Subscribe, hit the alarm thing if you want notices. If I when I start putting out some videos explaining like how I got here, what the path is, where I'm going, and I'm hoping for a really cool ass recovery once I get the ticket fixed. But more on that later. Peace.